Isang mapagpalang araw po sa inyong lahat. Welcome to my YouTube channel. This is Evonnie Almiñe, your ultimate teacher ng buhay mo.
Don't stress your mind, we coming home tonight.
So ngayon po pag-uusapan po natin yung division of polynomials. And by the way po, thank you everyone sa lahat po ng mga nag-subscribe. Yung mga magsusubscribe pa lang po, ngayon pa lang po nagpapasalamat na ako sa inyo. And sa mga nag-PM po sa akin para gawing topic yung division of polynomials. So thank you po sa lahat ng mga nag-comments, mga nag-like, and subscribe sa channel ko.
We coming home tonight.
Let's define first a polynomial. When we say polynomial, from the word poly means many. Yung nomial naman po, ang ibig ko sabihin yan ay terms. So kapag sinabi po natin polynomials, meaning to say many terms. Now, let's try to divide a polynomial by a binomial. Pag sinabi naman po natin binomial, from the word itself, by meaning two. So, two terms. So, a polynomial by a binomial. So, but first, a thing first, we have to arrange the terms of our dividend and a divisor when we are dividing polynomials. So, for example, 7x plus 12 plus x squared divided by x plus 3. Okay, so we have the terms 7x plus 12 plus x squared divided by x plus 3. Kung napapansin ninyo, our dividend here is not yet in order in terms of powers. So, pag sinabi natin powers, that is also called as exponent. So, we have to arrange the exponent in descending order. So, from the greater value down to the lower value. So, you have x squared plus 7x plus 12 divided by x plus 3. Okay, ito na ngayon yung magiging terms natin or a polynomial divided by a binomial. Okay, meron po tayong dalawang klase po when we are dividing polynomials. Yung una po is the long division method and the other one is the synthetic division. So, pag-usapan po muna natin yung long division method. So, let's have x squared plus 7x plus 12 divided by x plus 3. So, we already arranged the terms, di ba po, in descending order. So, now, let's divide the polynomial by the divisor natin. So, first term to the first term. So, x squared divided by x, you have x. Bakit po x na lang? Because our exponent here is 2. Then the exponent here is 1, so we have to subtract the exponent in dividing monomials or binomials and polynomials. So, you have x, then, i-multiply po natin sa lahat yan ng terms ng divisor para magkaroon po tayo ng product. So, you have x multiplied by x, you have x squared. Then, we have to align the monomial by its corresponding exponents. Halimbawa po, squared yung nasa taas po natin, yung nasa minuend, dapat po yung nasa subtrahend natin is squared din para po hindi tayo malito. So, we have x multiplied by positive 3, you have positive 3x. Now, what would be the next step? Always remember the rules in dividing numbers way back in our elementary days. In dividing, what are the steps? We have to divide, multiply, subtract, bring down. Yan lang pong apat ang kailangan nating tandaan. Again po, ulitin ko, we have to divide, multiply, subtract, bring down. Yan po yung 4 steps in dividing numbers. So, ganun din po yung gagawin natin in dividing polynomials. So, we have to subtract now. So, what are we going to do to subtract monomials, to subtract binomials? to subtract polynomials or even a number, an integer, we have to change the sign of the subtrahend, then proceed to addition. So, what is the sign of x squared? You have positive, so it becomes negative. This one, since positive po siya, becomes negative. Always remember po change the sign of the subtrahend, then proceed to addition. After changing the sign, of course, this becomes now an addition. The operation will now become an addition. So, x squared plus negative x squared, you have 0. We don't need to write 0 here. So, that is already considered as 0. Now, let's proceed. 7x plus negative 3x. So, following the rules of signed numbers, when adding unlike signs, we have to subtract. So, 7 minus 3, you have 4. Then, bring down the variable, which is x. So, now, let's have 4x. Then, bring down 12. So, a binomial na. 4x divided by x, you have plus 4. Okay, wala na po tayong variable. Since 1 minus 1 is already a 0. So, 4 multiplied by x, you have 4x. 4 multiplied by 3, you have 12. Then, subtract. Then, same process, we have to change the sign of the subtrahend, then proceed to addition. So, now positive becomes negative again, then proceed to addition. So, 4x plus negative 4x, 0. 12 plus negative 12, 0. Therefore, the remainder in dividing x squared plus 7x plus 12 by x plus 3 is equal to 0. And the quotient of this is x plus 4. Diba? So, congratulations, we've made it. But wait, let's check whether our answer is correct or not through another method in dividing polynomials na sinabi ko po kanina is synthetic division. Now, let's proceed to synthetic division. Gamit pa rin po ito, x squared plus 7x plus 12 divided by x plus 3. Take note po, iba po yung steps ni long division method at ni synthetic division method. So, in synthetic division method, this is the easier way in dividing polynomials. So, what are the steps? We have to bring down all the numerical coefficients of the dividend. So, what is our dividend? X squared plus 7x plus 12. So, what are the numerical coefficients? So, this one is 1. Then, we have 7. Then, dito, we have to bring down the constant term, which is 12. Then, what will happen to the divisor? We have x plus 3, right? So, we have to equate that into 0 in order for us to find the value of x. So, you have x is equal to negative 3. Yan po yung magiging divisor natin. So, we have negative 3. Then, what will happen? We have to bring down 1. Then, 1 multiplied by negative 3. What's the answer? Of course, negative 3. Then, 7 plus negative 3. Of course, unlike sign. So, we have to subtract. So, 7 minus 3, you have positive 4. Then 4 multiplied by negative 3, you have negative 12. So 12 minus 12, you have 0. And our now quotient will be x. Since 1 na siya, we don't need to write 1 as the numerical coefficient of our variable x. Then since positive si 4, we have x plus 4. Therefore, the quotient now is x plus 4 and the remainder is 0. Can you take a look at this? They are the same. So, meaning, our answer is correct.
We coming home tonight.
Now, let's try another example para po mas lalo po natin maintindihan yung division of polynomials. So, this time around, medyo habaan po natin yung dividend para po mas clearer siya. Ano po? So, let's have 15b cubed plus 41b squared plus 2b minus 28 divided by 3b plus 7. By the way po, any number could be our variable. Kasi pag sinabi natin, any letter, kasi pag sinabi po nating variable or literal coefficient, it talks about letters. So, kahit ano pong letters, pwede po dyan. Diba po? So, hindi lang po yung X at hindi lang po yung Y. Kasi po, nagbe-break kayo bago magtatanong ng Y. That's why X comes first before Y. Chika lang. Okay, so, let's divide this. 15b cubed divided by 3b. Tandaan po natin ha, first term by first term. Yan po yung pag-divide ng polynomial. So, 15 divided by 3, you have 5. Okay. So, 3 minus 1, you have 2. Meaning, 5b squared. Tama? Now, after dividing the first term by the first term of the divisor, we have to multiply it to all the terms of our divisor. So, 5b squared multiplied by 3b, you have 15b cubed. 5b squared multiplied by 7, you have positive 35b squared. So, kailangan po talaga, always remember, you have to align the exponent po. You have to align the terms according to its exponent para po hindi tayo magkamali. Then, subtract. But before that, we have to change the sign of the subtrahend, then proceed to addition. So, change the sign. This becomes negative. This becomes negative. Then proceed to addition. 15 plus negative 15, of course, is 0. 41 plus negative 35. So, ibig ko sabihin, ang like sign, so isusubtract natin. That is equal to 6. Bring down b squared. Now, bring down 2b. So, 6 divided by 3, we have 2. Plus 2. Bakit po positive? Kasi both are positive. Now, b squared, so 2 minus 1b dito, we have b na lang. So, 2b multiplied by 3b, you have 6b squared. 2b multiplied by 7, you have 14b. Then, subtract. Change the sign of the subtrahend, then proceed to addition. So, 6b squared plus negative 6b squared, of course, 0. Then, 2 plus negative 14, ano po yung sagot? Unlike sign, so we have to subtract, so you have 12. But copy the sign of the greater value. Which is greater, 2 or 14? Of course, a 14. So, ano po yung sign of 14? Negative. Therefore, the sign of the result will be a negative sign. Then, copy the variable b. And let's bring down negative 28. So, negative 12b divided by positive 3b. So, what will happen? So, divide first the numerical coefficient. So, negative 12 divided by positive 3, you have negative 4. Bakit po negative? Because we are dividing unlike signs. So, lagi po nating tandaan ha, when dividing unlike signs, the quotient will always be a negative. So, negative 4. Bakit 4 na lang po? Because we have already a zero variable. Kasi po dito, 1. So, 1 minus 1, that is equal to 0. So, meaning, wala na po tayong variable. So, negative 4 multiplied by positive 3b, you have negative 12b. Negative 4 multiplied by 7, you have negative 28. Now, let's subtract. So, let's change the sign of the subtrahend. So, what will happen? So, since negative po siya, becomes positive. Negative din po siya, becomes positive. Then, proceed to addition. So, negative 12 plus positive 12, of course, 0. Negative 28 plus positive 28, 0. Therefore, our remainder here is 0. And the quotient will be 5b squared plus 2b minus 4. So, yan po yung magiging quotient natin. And the remainder when we divide 15b cubed plus 41b squared plus 2b minus 28 by 3b plus 7. Do you want to check it? Now, let's check it through synthetic division. So, ano nga po yung first step natin sa synthetic division? We have to bring down all the numerical coefficients of our dividend. So you have 15. What's next? You have 41. Then 2 and negative 28. So how about our divisor? 3b plus 7. So dito na lang po na isisingit ko 3b plus 7 is equal to 0. 3b is equal to negative 7. Divide both sides by 3. Now, our divisor will be 7 over 3 plus negative 7 over 3. Then, let's bring down 15. 15 multiplied by negative 7 thirds. So, iisa-isahin po natin 15 multiplied by negative 7. What is the answer? So, you have 35 and 105. Diba? So, i-try po natin para klaro po. Para sigurado po tayo tama. So, you have 35. Carry 3, then 10. Divide by 3. So, you have 3, 9, 15, so 5. So, you have 35 dito, negative. So, 41 minus 35, what is the answer po? So, you have 6. Tama? Positive 6.
We coming home tonight.
So, we have 6 multiplied by negative 7, we have negative 42. Divided by 3, you have negative 14. Now, unlike sign, so we have to subtract. So, 2 minus 14, you have negative 12. Negative 12 multiplied by negative 7, you have negative 84. Diba? Divided by 3, you have negative 20. Positive 28. I mean, since both are negative. Tandaan po in multiplying like signs, the answer or the product will always be positive. Now, negative 28 plus 28, of course, 0. So, ngayon, meaning the remainder is equal to 0. So, what is our quotient? So, 15 x squared, since yung product divisor, I mean natin, and the dividend natin is in third degree power. Therefore, our now quotient will be in second degree power. Plus 6b minus 12. Ito na po yung quotient natin. But wait! Can't you see? They are different. So what will happen? Bakit magkaiba po yung sagot natin? Because our divisor is 3b plus 7. So, ano po yung kinalaman ng 3b plus 7 sa ating quotient? Meron po tayong coefficient or the coefficient of our variable here is greater than 1. So, always remember po when the numerical coefficient of our divisor is greater than 1, whatever it is, we have to divide the quotient we find in our synthetic division. So, since the numerical coefficient of our divisor is 3, therefore, this quotient is not yet final since we are going to divide this by 3. So, 15 divided by 3, we have 5. Then, copy, of course, b squared. 6 divided by 3, you have 2. So, positive 2. Then, copy the variable. Negative 12 divided by 3, you have negative 4. Now, it is our final quotient. 5b squared plus 2b minus 4. Now, magkatulad na po sila and the remainder is 0. Diba? Ang saya lang po. So, yan po yung kinagandahan kapag we have so many methods in checking our answer. Kung ayaw niya po ng synthetic division, then you can have the long division method and vice versa. Or kung gusto niyo po, we are going to multiply the quotient to the divisor para po makuha natin yung dividend. And that would be discussed for the next vlog po natin.
We coming home tonight.
Okay, gusto niyo pa po ba yung isang example? This one will be our last example for today's video. So let's have 3y cubed plus 14y squared plus 21y plus 5 divided by 3y plus 5. Okay. So, medyo mahaba po siya, di ba? Okay, now. So, 3y cubed divided by 3y, you have y squared. Kasi 3 divided by 3 is equal to 1, di ba? So, y squared multiplied by 3y, you have 3y cubed. Y squared multiplied by 5, you have 5y squared. Now, subtract. But first, we have to change the sign of the subtrahend. The negative becomes negative. So, 14 minus 5, we have 9y squared. Nag-jump ako kasi 3 minus 3, that is already equal to 0. Tama? Then, bring down 21y. So, 9y squared divided by 3y, you have 3y. Multiply, you have 9y squared. 3y multiplied by 5, you have positive 15y. Then, let's subtract. Change the sign of the subtrahend, then proceed to addition. So, 9 minus 9 is equal to 0. 21 minus 15, you have 6. Bring down y, bring down 5. So, 6y divide by 3y, you have 2, of course. 2 multiplied by 3y, you have 6y. 2 multiplied by 5, you have 10. Then, subtract. Change the sign. Then, proceed to addition. 6 minus 6, of course, is 0. 5 minus 10, you have negative 5. So, this time around, we have now the remainder, which is negative 5. And our quotient is y squared plus 3y plus 2. Yan po yung quotient natin in dividing the dividend 3y cubed plus 14y squared plus 21y plus 4 by 3y plus 5. Now, let's check our answer through the synthetic division method. So, you have the numerical coefficients of our dividends are 3, 14, 21, and 5. Then, the divisor is negative 5 over 3. Same steps, we have to bring down 3. Multiply by negative 5, you have negative 15. Divide by 3, you have negative 5. 14 minus 5, you have 9. 9 multiplied by negative 5, you have negative 45. Divide by 3, you have negative 15. 21 minus 15, you have 6. 6 multiplied by negative 5, you have negative 30. Divided by 3, you have negative 10. So, 5 minus 10, you have negative 5. And tada, our remainder is already correct. Diba? Kasi nga, magkapareho sila. Now, what will happen to our quotient, I mean? So, we have to divide the numerical coefficient of our divisor, which is 3. So, 3 po, meaning we have to divide this by 3. So, you have 1, 3, and 2. So, what is now our quotient? You have y squared plus 3y plus 2. And tada! They are the same. So, congratulations! Yes! Natapos na po natin yung division of polynomials. Always remember the steps po in dividing polynomials or even an integer or numbers. Tandaan lang po divide, multiply, subtract, bring down. And ganun din po sa synthetic division lagi pong tatandaan, we have to find or bring down the numerical coefficients of our dividend and then of course the divisor. So sa synthetic division, wala ka pong makikitang literal coefficients or any variable. Lahat po ng makikita mo ay lahat ay numbers. So, magkaiba po yung steps, pero parihong sagot po ang makukuha natin as long as our process is correct. Ganyan lang po yung palagi nating tandaan. When the process is correct, then you can arrive with the same correct answer. So dito po nagtatapos ang ating pong video or ang vlog natin for today. Maraming salamat po sa inyong panunood. Sana po ay may natutunan kayo at nakatulong po ako sa inyo. So maraming salamat po. See you on my next vlog. Thank you everyone. God bless po. Diyos mabalos. Do not forget to subscribe, like, and share our video.
Don't stress your mind, we come